What's happening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. This time we're having a deep dive and a better look at Light No Fire. This is the newest upcoming game by Hello Games. Supposed to be released in 2025. Definitely a game to keep an eye on. Definitely a game a lot of players are going to be jumping into. I'm pretty certain it's coming out on Game Pass. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty certain. It looks amazing, mate. It really does. It looks extremely amazing. As you can see, it's got a very unique sort of build style and way to build things. But that little bit there, it reminds me a lot of, like, if you've ever played the Harry Potter games on that were built on Unreal Engine, and the way some of their stuff connected together, that's how it looked. You know, it looked pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. But this game looks very big and very diverse and very detailed to what they have. However, if we just pause that right there and we jump across to No Man's Skies, the latest update that they have, and we check that out, you'll see the world is looking very diverse here as well. So I don't know, they got the deeper oceans and all those sort of things, and the bigger creatures and things like that. You know, the world, I don't know if they're like trying to test what is going to be coming into into Light No Fire. I get so confused because they both got no in the name. So I don't know why they're like, you know, they got No Man's Skies and Light No Fire. Like, it's very similar. But when you look at the world itself, it's very similar. So in No Man's Skies, you can get creatures like this, and you can tame them, and then you can ride them. The interesting part will be how you tame these. I wonder if they'll be very similar way as what you do in No Man's Skies, just chucking down like the little pellets, or whether you'll actually have to like wrangle them and strangle them and, you know, do more of an arc style of taming. It'll be quite interesting. But then when you look at it, if you have No Man's Skies and you land on a planet, technically you can go all the way around that planet and it's a full-size planet. If you have 30 players land on there, you would have Light No Fire, wouldn't you? So the only things that would have to make this game different compared to that game and would have to be, if you go to No Man's Skies, you land on a planet. It doesn't matter where you go on that planet. The biome looks very similar. The only way you get different biomes, really, is by going to another planet. When you go to that other planet, it's a completely different biome. Like, it's, you know, it looks very different. Some things look similar, but they're generally completely different. So the way they'd have to create this game to make it different would have to be getting all those biomes from different planets and creating them, because they're procedurally generated as well, and could like procedurally generate them as biomes and sections around the planet. And as a player goes there, it creates it, and then bang, it concretes it into the game forever. So the first person there sort of creates the world, is what I believe is what's going to be happening on there. Now, when you play No Man's Skies and you land on a planet, it procedurally generates like trading posts and things like that. It also does like points of interest that you want to go visit, or crashed freighters and things like that. So I would say it would be the same sort of tech as what they use in this for things like this big giant that's here, you know, or this next part that's coming up here. When you come into this, I'd say this here, this part, it would have to be very similar to like a trading post, where it's like loading, you know, these sort of things, these buildings where you can go and you can go get missions and you can go do stuff like that. Or maybe even not like a trading post, maybe more like the space stations, when you go to that and it gives you certain missions and stuff. I'd say there'd be like mixing and matching a lot of the stuff from No Man's Skies into this game. It's going to be quite interesting. I do hope that, even though it's such a big planet, that you come across other players, because it is kind of hard to come across other players in No Man's Skies. Like if you're just out there cruising, unless you're all doing just one certain quest or something. But yeah, it will be interesting. I can imagine there's going to be, like, if they bring in PvP and things like that, there's going to be certain areas where people, there's going to be those team of people that just take over that certain place and that will be theirs. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. There's a lot of questions still to be answered. And I do wonder when we're going to see this game. I really do wonder. So I think the earliest that we could possibly hear more about this game could be Gamescom. I reckon Gamescom will be the next area, like the next piece where we hear about it. Because being that apparently they're releasing, I think it's in early access in like in 2025, they would have to show something more than what they have within that time. Maybe it could be released that day. It's a possibility. It's a massive possibility. It'd be really cool if it is, because I know the survival community and the people that play these sort of games, they're thriving. They're hungry for something new. They're hungry for, something to try, because a lot of the games that are out now, a lot of people have played them for years on end, for one. And for two, a lot of the ones that are good have a lot of problems. And so people are just wanting that something, something new, something good that's gonna itch that scratch, or scratch that itch, I should say. So hopefully Light No Fire is that new game that's coming out. So, yeah, we're going to leave this one here. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. Smash the like button. Consider hitting the subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode. See you later.